In this video, you are gonna learn how to make a long 4D 40-inch necklace. A long necklace. Oh, and it has no clasp. I love this necklace because you can do so much with it. You can put a lot of beads on it, you can put a lot of chain on it, you can do so much. And so for this particular necklace that I'm making, you are going to need your tools, your round nose pliers, your long nose pliers, and your cutter tools. You're gonna need 30 inches of chain. I know we said we're gonna make a 40-inch necklace, but you're gonna need a 30-inch chain plus 10 blue diamond beads that you can get from your Deluxe Jewelry Making Kit. And you are going to need 10 eye pins. And that's about it. It's really simple with the materials you need, but it's such a cute, amazing necklace. Also though, you may notice I have more than 10 blue diamond beads. I actually have 12 because I put 2 aside because we're gonna make matching earrings in the next video. So we're gonna make a long necklace in this video and then stay tuned for the next video to make a matching long dangly earrings to match this necklace. Ooh, that's so exciting. I love making jewelry sets. So for this video, we're just making the long 40-inch necklace. So the first thing you need is you need your 30 inches of chain. Now with this jewelry kit, you get 40 inches of chain. So you're gonna need to cut 30 inches and you're gonna have 10 extra inches of chain, which we are going to use some of that for our matching earrings. So set that 10 inches aside and you're gonna have 30 inches of chain. Now I've already done this in advance. I've already cut 3-inch pieces of chain. So each chain right here is 3 inches, right? And I actually have 10 of these. So you're gonna have 10 3-inch long chain. Okay, do you see that? Do you see all these chain? There's 10 of these chain and they're all 30 inches. Now I already cut them in advance because to save time on the video, but you would use your cutter tool to cut your chain. You would measure 3 inches, right? And then you would cut 3 inches of chain. You would cut and then you measure another 3 inches and cut, another 3 inches and cut until you have 10 chains that are 3 inches long. And then we are going to need to make beads with a loop on both sides. So do you see this? I have a loop on this side and this side. And I'm gonna teach you how to do this, but for the video, I already did 7 of these. I already did 7 beads that have a loop on one side and a loop on the other side. So 2 loops, right? So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So you're gonna take your bead and you're gonna take your eye pin and you're gonna put it through. Do you see this? I'm putting it through. So I have the eye pin on one side and then I have about that much wire on this side. Now I like making small loops because I feel it's more secure for my necklace. The bigger loop it is, the easier it is to catch things, to open up. And so if you have a gap in your loop, then your necklace is gonna fall apart or your jewelry piece is gonna fall apart. And so I prefer to make smaller loops on my bead. And so I am going to make a smaller loop, and so I'm not going to need as much wire on this side. So I'm going to cut it to where it's going to be a small loop. See, I'm cutting a lot off, and I'm going to cut. So do you see? I cut about that much off, and then I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to take this side, and I'm going to bend this at a 90-degree angle. Do you see that? I bend it at a 90-degree angle. And do you see on your round nose pliers, do you see how it goes from small to big? Well, that is so you can make the size loop you want. So if you want a small size loop, then you're going to put your wire closer to this end. If you want a medium size loop, you're gonna put it in the middle. And if you want a big size loop, you're gonna put it towards the end. But we're gonna make a small size loop. So I'm gonna grab a hold of my wire and I am going to curl it over. Do you see that? Do you see how I'm starting to curl it over? And then I'm gonna go back a little bit and curl it over until I have made a loop. And then So now I'm going to do that with another bead. I'm gonna do it with 2 more beads just to show you. Now, if you're not getting the hang of this, if this is kind of hard, we do have another video where we have shown you how to make a loop for your bead. And so go find that video on our site, and it shows you in better detail how to make the loops for your bead. And so I am going to just put my eye pin through. I'm gonna put my eye pin through. I'm going to use my cutter tool. I'm gonna cut off a lot. And then I'm gonna use my round nose pliers. I'm gonna bend it back at 90-degree angle. And I'm going to loop it around until I have 2 loops on both sides. Ooh, so exciting, so exciting. And again, this isn't enough to use, so just throw that away. I have my little trash beside me, I'm gonna throw it away. And then I'm gonna do it one more time to show you. I'm going to cut a bit off, and then I'm going to use my round nose pliers, 90-degree angles. I'm going to put my wire at the tip, and I'm going to curl and then go back, and then curl and then go back until I have a loop. Ah, love it, love it, love it. So again, you are going to do that 10 times with 10 of the blue diamond beads, diamond-shaped beads. Kind of like, yeah, diamond-shaped bead, yep. And then now we're going to make our pattern, okay? So we're going to put a bead and chain there, a bead and chain there, a bead and chain, bead and chain, bead and chain. Do you see that? Do you see my pattern that I'm making? It's so cute. Bead and chain, bead and chain. You might need to scrunch the chain, which is okay for just making sure you have your pattern right. And then chain. Put bead here, a chain here. And then one more time. Okay, so do you see this? Ah, so cute. And again, these are for the earrings, the matching earrings we're gonna make for this necklace, okay? And I know it doesn't look 40 inches because I scrunched up the chain, but you can make your pattern, or you can do your pattern as you go, but I just thought I'd show you kind of the pattern that we have. And again, you don't need a clasp for this necklace. That is one of the best parts, is it's so long that you can just put over your neck and don't need a clasp. Now, if you do want to make a clasp, it's super easy. You just cut one of the chains in 1.5 inches, and then you put your clasp on one of the chains. Super easy, but we're not doing a clasp today. So that's just a little tip if you want to do a clasp, but you don't need to because it's such a long necklace that can fit over your head. So the next step we need to do is grab just one of your beads, doesn't matter which one, grab one of your beads, and you're gonna take your eye pin and you're gonna open it up a crack. Do you see how there's a gap right now? And I'm gonna put my chain, yes, I'm gonna put my chain through there, and then I'm gonna close up the gap. Oh, and this is where we need our long nose pliers because we want that gap to be closed. We do not want any gaps in our loops. Why? Because the chain falls out. And there you have your chain attached to your bead. Eek, eek. I love it. I love the start of it. I love the looks of it. I love how easy this is. It takes really no time at all. Probably the longest amount of time it takes to do it is because you're making all these loops on your bead. And so again, I'm opening up my loop. I'm closing it with my long nose pliers. Make sure there's no gap, no gap, no gap, no gap. Ah! And there you go. Ooh, we keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep going with that pattern. I'm gonna open the loop up, put on my chain, and then I'm gonna close my loop up with my long nose. Yes, and just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You got a ways to go. You gotta do it through the whole necklace. Put it through the chain, close it back up. Make sure there's no gap in your loop. If there is, your necklace will fall apart. You don't want any gaps. There we go. Oh, so cute. And again, if you're a beginner, make your loops bigger. Why not? Make your loops bigger so you're learning how to make loops, and they're not the easiest thing in the world, but once you do it, you have so many styles you can make. There's so many things you can do when you can make loops for your beads and stuff. And so just keep going, keep going. The more you practice, the easier it gets. I I've been doing this for over a decade now, and there's things that are way easier for me now than they were way back then. Oh my goodness. Sometimes it take me hours. It felt like hours. Probably didn't take me hours, but it felt like hours. And so I just want to encourage you to keep going. Like the more you do it, the better you get at it. And then it becomes fun and becomes like your place you go when your day is stressful and you just want to get away from the world. And it's just a fun place to be. I love creating necklaces because you can make a whole necklace in 15 minutes to an hour, and you have a necklace you can wear or you can give away or you can sell or whatever. I really enjoy jewelry making. It's one of my favorite things to do, and so I just encourage you, if you're just a beginner and you're getting frustrated, it's okay to be frustrated. Just don't stop in your frustration. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And so I'm continuing to open every loop and then putting my chain through and then closing it up with my long nose. Really so simple. Really a fun necklace. And this is really one of my favorite places to be. Just making necklaces. Making creation. I love creating. I love making something pretty that I like to wear, or I love giving it to people. Like, people are amazed when they see a necklace I've made. They're like, "You made that?" "Yes, I did. Yes, I did." And you feel proud. You feel excited. You feel like, wow, like I did that. And they're wearing it. They're wearing something I made. And that's a fun feeling to have. Even if you never want to give away your jewelry, it's fun just to wear your own jewelry. Shoot, I love it. So I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna put my chain through, and I'm gonna close it up with my long nose. And make sure, again, you don't have a gap in your loop. You don't want a gap, because gaps mean that your necklace can fall apart. And so you try to make it so that your loop is connecting back, is touching itself. There's no gap. You don't want a gap. No gap, no gap, no gap. And so you just keep going. Just keep going. Almost done. We're almost there. Well, we're closer. Got a few more to go. 2 more to go after this. And then you just close it up. Ah, it's looking so cute. 40 inches. That's a long necklace. Again, you can decide how long you want your necklace to be. If you want it longer, go ahead, make it longer. Got a few more pieces. If you want it shorter, make it shorter. You are the jewelry designer. We are just giving you examples of what you can do so you can be the best you can be at making jewelry. Open it up, put my chain through. We're closer, we're closer, we're closer. Somebody's closer, and I'm loving it. Okay, I got 2 more to go. So I got this one. Yes, let's be almost done with this necklace. How cute is that? Ah, so can't wait. I love a finished product. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy to finish. Closing this last one up, making sure there's no gap. Do you see how cute this? Oh. Here's my stuff, so you can see. Look how cute! And you just put it over your head and away you go. No clasp, no nothing. I love it. Come on now. So, thank you so much for tuning into this video. You just completed a 40-inch necklace because these beads are 1 inch. And the chain altogether is 30 inches, so you got a 40-inch necklace. Oh, so good. So I would highly recommend that you watch our other videos, especially the next video I am making, because I am gonna make, in the next video, I'm gonna make earrings that match this necklace. That's right, I put aside 2 of these beads and some chain so we can make a matching earring. So be sure to watch our other videos to learn more about making your own jewelry. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.